buddy. So, well, as you can see, I'm in my truck. We'll start from the beginning. We'll go over the orientation process at Crete Shaffer Hunt, whichever one you want to call them. So, with Crete, there's 3 different avenues that you can take. Now, Crete does the dry van, Shaffer does reefer, and Hunt does the flatbed, but it's all one company. So, of course, I went reefer division because that's what I've done over the last couple of years, and that's what I'm used to doing. And it's almost gotten to the point to where the reefer helps me sleep. So, I decided to stick with the reefer, not to mention it pays more. So, and, well, we all know I sure as shit ain't doing flatbed. Anyways, the orientation process. They gave me a rental car, so I drove down. The hotel was decent. Didn't have any issues with that at all. It was nice and clean. Day 1 is your typical orientation. You know, you got your drug test, hair follicle. Yes, they take hair follicles. Paperwork, you know, you just go online. They give you an iPad. You go online and, you know, make sure everything's signed and everything's correct. Pretty laid back day on Monday. Tuesday was more videos and miscellaneous paperwork, kind of like they give you a bunch of pamphlets and, you know, a bunch of papers and all kinds of stuff. But on your second day, they give you, you know, a Crete hat, which I have over here. They give you a vest. They give you a coffee cup, and they give you actually like a briefcase type thing. Like I said, Tuesday's just videos and like going over a bunch of different stuff on how they do things. And then Wednesday was they go over the PeopleNet. For you, those of you that don't know what the PeopleNet is, it's another version. You got the Qualcomm, you've got the Garmin, and, well, PeopleNet. So far, I think the PeopleNet is the best program that I've used yet. Very simple to use. It's fast. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. So Wednesday, they give you a couple of tests to do. So like they'll give you a couple of pages, and it's got 3 different load assignments on it, and they ask you questions, you know, kind of like what would be your ETA to the receiver, can you do the load, you know, with the hours that you have available. So they do a couple of things like that just so they could see that you know how to trip plan. The other thing is they have you do paper logs for the first few days or whatever, just to show that you can do paper logs in the event that, you know, the computer goes down. And then Wednesday, it was probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. They came in with the red folder. The red folder means that you're hired. In the class that I was in, there happened to be just 2 of us in there. It was me and another girl. And so everything went really, really quick. Now, she came in about 10:30. She had 2 red folders, so we both knew we were hired. So that was cool. On my red folder was my truck assignment. It just had the truck number. It didn't have year, make, model, or anything like that, just the truck number. So then on lunch, I went out to where all the trucks are, and I started walking around looking for that particular truck number, because I wanted to see whether or not I was getting an International, Freightliner, Kenworth. Those are the 3 that they have there. and whether it was an older one or a newer one. I ended up with a newer 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. It's pretty much the identical truck that I had at CR England. The only difference is this one came with an inverter, and it also has a freaking huge refrigerator. So other than that, it's same color. It's red. I don't know what it is about these red trucks, but it's my favorite color, and I keep getting red trucks. So Wednesday after lunch, we just finalized everything, and then they pretty much let us go. Now, seeing that I was given a rental car, I brought everything with me. You know, all my electronics. I brought, you know, obviously all my clothes and stuff like that. So I ended up taking it out of there, putting it into the truck, and so I spent Wednesday evening setting up the truck, putting all my clothes away, getting, you know, the GoPro up, and getting all my cameras going, and just getting everything set up the way that I wanted it. And then my first load, they gave me my load assignment on Wednesday, but it didn't pick up until Thursday morning, which was fine. I wanted to get a good night's rest before I came out. So then it's probably about 4 o'clock this morning. I ended up leaving there, went and got fuel, and then I had to go find an empty because there was no empty trailers on our lot. So I ended up driving probably about 45 minutes away to the Walmart distribution center to grab an empty trailer. And then from there, 60 miles to the shipper, dropped off the empty, picked up the preloaded trailer. And that load's going from Palmyra, Pennsylvania to Edwardsville, Illinois. So now I'm a little bit more than halfway there, and they call them asset managers. I got to get used to that. I'm used to DMs. I always want to say asshat, but she seems pretty cool. She called me this morning. She asked what I thought my ETA would be, and I mean, I get they're, you know, just now learning, you know, how I run. You know, am I going to be the type of driver that stops all the time, or am I actually going to run these miles? So, you know, like I said to her, I should be there by late tomorrow morning. And then she goes, okay, well, I'm going to start working on your next load for tomorrow. I says, okay, well, you know, just a heads up, you know, by the time I get there, I'm not going to have very much time at all, you know, to, you know, leave the receiver and go to a shipper, you know, depending on how far it is. And so I may not have enough time. So she goes, all right, I'll see what I can do. Well, I just parked for the evening, and I got my load assignment for tomorrow. It picks up at the same place that I'm dropping this loaded trailer off at, and my next load's going to Ogden, Utah. So as far as the mileage goes, it's there. I mean, it's not like one of the other issues that I had with Trans Am is that, like, I'd go out of Pennsylvania, say, to Illinois, and then turn around and go back to Pennsylvania. So they kind of stuffed me up into the Northeast there, you know, kind of back and forth. And nope, right out west. Here I go, Ogden, Utah. The only negative thing that I have found with Crete Shaffer is the bypass for the weight scales. They don't have them. So if the weight scale's open, I go in. Every one of them. Now, don't get discouraged by that. The bypass feature is on the table. I guess it's in the works. They are working on getting it. So hopefully within a short time we'll end up having it and we'll be just like everybody else. But for right now, big day, pull into the scale, not a big deal. As long as if your legal weight limit, it shouldn't be an issue. Other than that, I gotta tell you, I mean, I couldn't be happier. Now, let's see how long it lasts. This should be okay. I think I found my new home. I think I'm gonna be here with Crete Shaffer for a very long time. And here's why I say that. One, I'm in a newer truck, so I ain't gotta worry about breakdowns for a while. Shh. Hopefully. Two, the pay. I'm a company driver. Yes, I'm getting paid by the mile. Now, like I said in my last video, I'm getting paid almost double what I was getting paid at CR England. I don't have a truck payment. I don't have to worry about fuel. I don't have to worry about the scales. I don't have to worry about tolls. I don't have to worry about paying for anything. So I run the miles, I get paid the miles. And that's it. Cut and dry. I think I found my new home. Everybody here seems pretty nice. I mean, even at the facility, you know, the 3 days that I was there, you know, people that work there, they're in the building. You know, every time they go by, they're introducing themselves. And, you know, they're explaining, you know, who they are and what they do there at the building. And if I have any questions, feel free to ask. Sorry, Kim interrupted the video. So, other drivers, you know, they come up to you and, you know, they're talking to you. Hey, do you have any questions? I mean, it was almost like being in a whole different world. I mean, everybody was real nice, and it's like, you know, when people are happy, you know, with where they're working, it can change a lot of things. And like I said, so far, I'm extremely happy. I mean, my first 2 loads, and I'm going to be doing, let's see, 8, over 2,200 miles in 2 loads. Yep. They keep this up, and this is my new home. So, right now we're parked at a Love's. I couldn't freaking tell you where. Give me a minute. I see, like, I got my iPad set up here too, so I can, you know, trucker path and the Weigh My Truck app. It's all right here. We're in Zanesville, Ohio, at the Love's. We're gonna be parked here till about probably about 3:30 in the morning is when I'm gonna start running again. We got about 467 miles. So we should be there by 10, 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, what in the frick hell are you doing? What the hell was I gonna say? I remember. Oh! See? Old age. I did speak with a couple of people as far as the vlogs. Some of you are going to be upset. Some of you maybe not. But I am able to continue my videos the way that I do them. Apparently, anybody that's ever been terminated was the types of people that would sit there while they're driving with their phone pointing at them, and they're recording while they're driving. Yeah, you probably deserve to be fired. You know, they said, you know, with the GoPros and my camera set up and the way that I do things, they said that it's perfectly fine. I should have no troubles whatsoever. So, yes, my vlogs are going to have some driving footage in them. Not this video, so don't go rushing off anywhere. But, you know, and I enjoy doing that. I mean, I know some of you guys don't like it. Some of you guys think it's boring and this, that, and the other, but I don't know. I got quite a few people that seem to enjoy them. So, and I enjoy doing it. So, that is that. I think that's all the news I got for now. No, it's not. I am in the works on getting a new program to edit these videos, and if this works out, I'm actually going to be looking into it tonight. But if this works out, the videos they're gonna be pretty sharp. I'm kind of excited for this program, and they actually just emailed me and gave me a 60% off code for this program. So I may look into that. The other thing is, you could probably tell the audio difference if you watched my last video compared to this one. I have a different microphone setup, which I'll get into later on. But in a nutshell, there's a wireless microphone setup that I have. So I could pretty much, like I could leave the camera right here in the truck, have the microphone on. I could probably walk into Love's and talk, and you'd still hear me just as clear as you hear me now, or like in the other video. But the distance on it is unreal. So, kind of excited to get that into use. And I think that's all I got. So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll see you soon.